Hey, welcome to the podcast episode of Between Rest and Movement. In here, I dive into loads of beautiful stories of women who wanted and are going to transform the world by really tuning into themselves, by speaking out completely from their heart, and by embodying what's there so they can really share their gifts with the world. And I'm so happy that I meet a lot of beautiful people who are so deeply inspired and deeply honest about what matters to them and matters to their own true nature and to Mother Nature. Oh wow,
Mm.
it's so great to be with you, Diana.
Mm.
You know, it was such a wish for me to have you in my podcast series because when I met you, I think it was in 2008 or 9, I joined a very nice yoga retreat in the Algarve, and I really fell in love again with yoga. So you
Mm.
brought back to me my feeling at home while moving, while being in class, but also by being in the surroundings of the ocean, of Portugal, of Burgao, that beautiful small
Mm.
fishing place where the retreat was taking place then, and at the other venue as well, more to the Atlantic Ocean.
Mhm.
And you know, it's such a gift to follow each other on our journeys, on our heroines' journeys. And
Yeah.
people cannot see you
Mm.
now, but I see so many, yeah, sparkling around you, in you. And yeah, I would love to
Mm.
give the floor to you, that you introduce yourself to my listeners. And
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, thank you for mentioning the spark. That just some people ask me, "How do you do that? What are you doing?" And then I think it is kind of the long term yoga practice that that also promises some sparks in the eyes. And I think it has, after all these years, it has worked on me. Yeah, but so thank you so much for inviting me here. And so so my name is Diana. I am a Swiss woman originally, but I live in Portugal for many, many years. I'm 51 now, so that means I'm kind of premenopausal, which I really like. It's funny. Yeah, I think since I turned 50, there was a big shift in me for um, just doing more what I really feel like doing and not doing what others want from me anymore. So I love that phase now. Premenopausal. Yeah. I call it a no bullshit age.
it is,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And I'm really excited about that, which is also a big shift for myself because I used to be a pleaser or was trained to be a pleaser, also grow up like that. Um, I'm also a mother. I have a son and I also have dogs. So I'm kind of a dog lover because it's funny, it's always a little bit of different tribes, these dog lovers. I find. And yeah, by profession, I am a yoga teacher for many, many years, for like 25 years. And I run yoga retreats for a long time, but then also now kind of new. I'm just at the very end of my education. I'm a somatic educator for women. So that's my new baby. And yeah, also something that really changed my own life. And it has also changed my work because now I focus more on women, on embodiment of women, still together with yoga. Yeah. And next to that, My big passion is singing, is playing music, is I play accordion and I get people together to sing. So I do singing circles, and especially I do women's singing circles these days, which is all about bringing the voice out, allowing the woman to be heard, and also yeah, women's circle, somatic women's circles. So that's kind of what I do today.
Yeah. Oh, it's lovely. It's
Yeah.
really, really lovely to bring out your inner voice, that
Mm.
really is speaking to you when you dare to listen to her instead of
Yes.
listen to the outside world, what we are brought up with.
Yeah.
Really listening to what's deep within
Oh
us.
yeah. Yeah. And there's so much
Ah,
once you learn to listen, once you
oh,
allow yourself to be quiet also, so that you can hear.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Because when we are constant moving, and I only can say it from my own world, when I'm
Yes.
constantly moving, I cannot feel and I cannot listen because there's so
No.
much what my attention attracts. But when I'm
Mm.
silent or sitting or just be in the forest, um, then I immediately can feel calming my system.
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes after, when I'm home,
Yes.
then
Yeah.
comes
Yeah.
something to me that's really speaking to me.
Yeah. Yeah. But nowadays it seems so difficult because there's so much, even I mean I love podcasts, for example, but so often I used to go in the forest and listen to something, so I can hear,
Yeah,
or listen to any lecture of something, and it's all so interesting. But I really had to tell myself, for example, also when I'm washing up the dishes, no, I don't need to listen to anything. I actually need to digest my day a little bit, and then I can hear what's coming in myself. Yeah,
that's
the
it.
knowledge, the wisdom in myself.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's there. It's in all of us. It's not outside. We can take
No,
loads of trainings or coaching or whatever, but the real
no.
coaching is in our body.
Yeah,
I so believe in that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also kind of to undo all the things we learned, and, you know, yeah, just to connect
Yeah.
to this whole universe that is inside. It's as big as the one that is outside, I think.
Yeah. That's it, huh?
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. And that's why even, sitting, for example, in my yoga practice I come from Vijnana yoga. There we sit for 1 hour. And of course, it's long at the beginning to sit for so long for the body, but just the exploration of your whole universe is like it's never ending.
Mm-hmm.
I find it so beautiful
And
to allow
is
myself.
it a kind of meditation that's together with the yoga then? Is that
It is meditation, but we actually call it just sitting. Because
just
sometimes in meditation, you again have a thing of, oh, I need to reach something, I need to see
yeah.
something. So for us, it's really just sitting
Mm.
for the purpose of just getting to know yourself in that hour on a deeper level.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's quiet. It's not with any instructions, and it's not with any certain intention other than just sitting here.
Yeah. So no
But then you also
pressure.
cannot, no, no. And also you cannot do wrong.
Yeah.
I cannot sit there and I do it wrong, because I might sit there and be really, really busy for the whole hour in my head. That can be, but that's the truth in the
Yeah.
moment. And then I know, okay, that's me today.
That's me today. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And
Mm.
it seems like the journey you are on from being a yoga teacher for I think more than 25 years, really
Mm-hmm.
learning all those sequences and be creative with all those sequences and
Mm.
organizing. retreats around it, then the silence and the sitting and really listening to our bodies seems like another undoing movement. Is that true?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you
Yeah, that's
tell
true.
something about that?
Yeah, I kind of I have moved from, yoga. As I mean, I love yoga. I'm very, very grateful that that ever came to me. But in some ways, just in the Western world, it's quite focused on the postures, and then you're told how to move. The posture should look a certain way, or even we have these yoga pictures, which we anyway should not look at too much, because then we straight away have something that we think that's how it should be, and then I copy. But of course, it's not like that. But still, I felt for a long time that when I'm practicing, especially just the asanas, that something is missing.
Mm.
It's like, it's nice. It's very nice to have this discipline. It's very nice to know what to do,
Mm-hmm.
and to be very structured. But somehow also this is the very masculine aspect
That's it.
of yeah, of yoga. But then I felt, oh, but what if I can free myself
Yeah.
from that? What if I can actually move how I feel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's not that one is better than the other, but I really needed that, getting away from only the structure
Yeah.
to feel more complete.
Aha.
Yeah, so I did start like 10 years ago, I did start dancing contact improvisation,
Yeah.
which is, yeah, so you're improvising moment by moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be that you do that by yourself, the contact with yourself, but very often it's also in contact with somebody else. And,
Mm-hmm.
you're connecting, and there's no scheduled of what to do, where to go. It's
Mm.
only really feeling the other, and then the bodies start to communicate with each other, and then you play with each other. It can be
Yeah.
in physical contact, or it can be in energetical
Yeah.
contact. And so this kind of way of moving, for me, it's more a little bit, if I look at the body if I look at a body, then in yoga the asanas would be more the vertical line going through me, which I need also this very solid structure.
Yeah.
But then in the dance, or in moving as you feel, or for example, one way would be contact improvisation. It's more the horizontal opening,
Mm.
where all the possibilities open.
Yeah.
And it's also more, I would say, the feminine way, because we are, by nature, we are very emotional also. So I can actually express my emotions in yoga itself. In the structure, you cannot do that so much. But also we are chaotic, and we are changing all the time. So it can be that I'm feeling like moving very, very slow, and then all of a sudden I get a boost of energy, or a, a cycle of something, and I start to go crazy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
allowing myself to be able to do that, yeah, that was a big opening
Ah.
for my whole being.
Mm.
But also it brought me, I think, into this thing of uh, yeah, changing my career a bit,
Mm-hmm.
from working with women, to bring this feminine aspect of moving as you feel.
Ah,
Yeah.
I get goosebumps all over. And also, what's happening inside me is it brings tears because
Mm.
it's so freeing, so
Mm-hmm.
opening, so welcoming the way you are expressing it, that I can
Mm.
feel it, online. I really can feel what you are meaning, or
Mm.
how it resonates with me. I better can say it that way.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I so can relate to it, to move a certain way, or to do my projects a certain way, to
Mm.
accomplish, to achieve goals, and to be the best or the better or
Exactly.
whatever. but it drowned me so much, and
Mm-hmm.
more I feel that. So now I feel the urge to really, um, yeah, invite women to embody that too, that they are
Mm.
good as who they are. So it
Yeah, I'm
it's
really happy to
so
hear
profound what
how it
you are doing.
resonates. Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. And the tears that come, that you feel is also, it's kind of a grief for how long did we do this,
yeah,
and how, I mean, how we also were imprinted to, to move through life a certain way, and you have to be productive, and you have to do this, you have to do that. And it is, I mean, especially for women, maybe for men, that's more a way to, think logical and do all these things. But for women, not. But we are pushed into the same system.
yeah,
It's like we're pushed into, our days, they are going in many, many cycles. We have many emotions coming and going again. We have our, of course, the whole menstrual cycle. But the way our Western society is operating, they don't care. So if you have, like, if you're on the period, you should just take a painkiller and keep on moving, keep on
yeah,
working, keep on
yeah,
producing.
yeah,
And this, I think, is, yeah, it brings tears. It brings tears once you realize that, oh my God, is that what I've been doing to myself
yeah,
also? Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And then to go from there into freeing yourself up slowly.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's a process, but it's such a beautiful process, and it's never too late. I think it's never ever too
Oh.
late.
Oh, yeah, it's
Mm.
yeah, and that's good that you are mentioning, because in my life I always had a kind of payoff of being too late or missing the boat
Mm.
or being excluded. That's an internal story. Yeah, I keep on repeating, but that's not
Yeah.
true. That's not
No.
true. Only
No.
times now. And now I more and more give myself permission to free myself now,
Mm.
again and again and again. And that's an ongoing process. And it's also about freeing myself and others from a life I used to live. And
Yes.
that's a daily practice too. Can you relate to that too? That's a process or an ongoing process, or how was that for you?
Yeah, I think, for me, because I live in Portugal, life
Mm.
is by nature slower in some
Yeah.
ways, and also here there are more. I, I think more than also what, for example, compared to Switzerland, people that come here to do what they want to do, and not because they have this very important job, So there's a lot of, yeah, self-employed, independent workers here. So I'm a little bit, when I compare myself to my friends in Holland, then already I'm doing my own things a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's a bit easier, but of course it also comes with, the downside of not having a lot of safety, and not have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of, and you have to keep on making your day, and still you have to bring in the discipline for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But to be able to do that, to wake up in the morning and kind of feel into myself, how will I move through the day?
Ah.
Yeah, this is something I could not give up anymore, although sometimes I'm really struggling with, with a certain kind of financial safety and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I could not give that up anymore.
No,
No. No.
certainly.
So yeah, and especially, I mean, even if you don't have that, if you are working a normal work life, what is it called, 5 to 7, no, 7 to, I can't remember. But still, I think, even then there is the time, you just maybe get up a bit earlier and just like a morning practice to dive in, to dive into yourself and get to know yourself and feel yourself and see what's there, and look for any sensations that could tell you something now, or it's also possible. So that's maybe a very good start for people that want to slowly learn to connect more to themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. And then by sitting and feeling, or writing, or
Mm-hmm.
dancing, or
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I what I do in the morning is like I have an hour, and this hour is so precious to me,
Mhm.
and it is. Um, I have a child and I have a dog, so I am a little bit in a rush to get things through. So if I don't have much time, if I have just that hour, then I, instead of sitting here for an hour, I will make a tea, and then I sit with that tea. But I really sit with that tea
Yeah.
and not doing anything else. Just being with
Yeah.
the tea, I sip it. I
Ah.
feel how the hot water or the tea goes into my body, and yeah, and then I do a little bit of some yoga energy work, which I love. But then, and this I would recommend to everybody, just putting one song on,
Mhm.
and preferably a song that doesn't have a rhythm or that doesn't give you already an emotion from outside. If you listen to a very sad song, maybe then it brings sadness. But a song that is very neutral,
Mhm.
and then you just move with it, and whatever comes, and there's no right or wrong, and you don't have to perform this movement for anybody. So it's not a dance, it's
Yeah.
not I mean, it can be a dance, but I call it movement because a dance is already, oh, it should look a certain way in some
Yeah.
ways. But moving as I feel, and it can be that I hardly feel like moving. Okay, then I know, okay, now I hardly feel like moving. Or what if I move just something? So just to get to know yourself in a song, in a
Yeah.
dance, in a movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think that's a very, very good start for
yeah.
tuning into yourself.
What's there
Mm.
at that
Yeah,
moment on that
yeah.
particular morning, because our body is every day, every moment, it is different. And
Oh,
if
yeah.
your mind is thinking, oh, but yesterday I felt so good and today I do feel nothing, well,
Yeah,
then that's the nothingness that's there.
exactly. Yeah, that's also a sensation. Yeah, and that's allowed to be there too.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not only the pink glasses or the unicorns or
No.
whatever. They are there, but there's so much more in the in depth, in the night, in the
Yes,
darker parts.
exactly. And we're
Yeah.
often so scared for that. It's like we're scared of also pain, physical pain. I don't want to feel emotional pain. Oh no, I don't want to feel that. So, but
Yeah.
that belongs to the whole spectrum. If we want to widen our spectrum of feeling, which is very, very good to do. It goes in both directions. I can go into feeling more pleasure, but at the same time, I will also have to go into the feeling more pain. So I can widen my spectrum of allowing myself to feel and connecting to the feelings. Yeah. And very often people are so scared of that, so they
Yeah.
stop taking that time, even stopping breathing, because when you breathe you widen your whole physical body, so you will feel more. And yeah, it's quite scary to see, because I'm also a body therapist, a massage therapist, and I see so many women especially just not breathing,
Mm.
not, not breathing. And it's like, just to get, yeah, to allow yourself to expand your breath again. It will come with allowing yourself to feel more again.
Yeah.
It goes together, but it's so, so, so important. Otherwise, it's like we're dying inside.
That's it.
Mm,
That's it. That's your
yeah.
breath, and that's also the connection with our body. And there to just listen, and perhaps not knowing what you are feeling or what I am feeling. Sometimes I cannot put words, but it's only there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then I think it's so important to be surrounded with other women who just can be there,
Mm. Oh,
just
yeah.
to be there, not to help you, but just to witness.
Oh, it's amazing.
It
It
is.
is amazing when women when women get together. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just, yeah, just a bunch of women in a room together. We do really, we help each other to feel. We help each other to just be,
Yeah.
and we regulate each other's nervous system also.
That's
It's
that's
magic. It's
yeah.
magic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really, I for now it's really more and more in my life. It seems like first of all I had a kind of idea of more the yeah, competitive energy around
Mm.
women, but I
Mm-hmm.
only can say that comes from me because I'm the one who's sensing that.
Yeah.
And more I allow myself not having those thoughts, but free myself from that and be, or sometimes sense it and then let it go. Then I can be, then
Mm.
I can allow myself to be in their circle and be a woman. It seems like
Yes.
I was not familiar of being a woman. That sounds perhaps very, very strange. I turned 60 this year, but
Mm-hmm.
now I feel okay. So this is how I feel. This is how my body is feeling. Yeah,
Mm. Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's for many, what you're saying, I
yeah.
hear from many, many, yeah, that
Is it?
this, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think it's also, you just also throw yourself in there, into women's circles, into just being with women. And whenever you feel, okay, now I have a mask on, and, just to bring awareness to what's going on,
Yeah.
and that you actually can really let go of all these masks. And the more you let go, the other women will let go also. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's the limbic resonance that we give to each other. It's very beautiful.
That's
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah,
So, and that's a movement as well. If it's a movement from being the example woman to just be woman.
yes.
From
Mm.
the person who is the teacher to a human being.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh yeah. This is
there's
so
so
important.
many masks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No, this is yeah, especially when you're a teacher and you come with a mask to teach. It could be yoga or it could be anything else.
Yeah.
Then straight away everybody leaves their masks on too. But if
Yeah.
you're the leader of the group for that moment that you get together, if you are letting go all your masks and express yourself in how you truly feel,
Mm-hmm.
then the others will also.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice theme for a yoga practice as well, eh? A mask.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because your mask, because most of the people we think about mask about our face, but we can mask our whole body, everything that's there.
Yeah.
That's masked too
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
whatever what. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's good to look at the masks.
yeah,
Yeah, to all look at all the masks, just to be aware of them. And then of course that goes into shadow work. What's
yeah,
behind it? Why do I wear this? What is behind it? Just to bring awareness. And then very
yeah.
often they can go.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Or
Yeah.
just yeah, thankful or thank or have some tears, because it
Yes.
brought us also a lot to where we are now. But
Hmm.
now there is another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now there is really another time.
I think
Things
so.
are shifting. Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
and do you feel it in your body, or how do you experience that? Things.
Yeah, I just feel that um, also in my friend circles or in my women's circles, it's just we cannot stop the truth anymore.
That's it, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. So you try to hold on, and it's so exhausting to try to hold on to something
Yeah.
that is not truthful.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, we are, if also we women, we are rising is actually a word I don't like so much because it feels like I need to go up, but actually for me it's always going down
Going
into the
down.
body.
Yeah. Rising.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so God is inside myself and not up there, up in the sky
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
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 But I see also in myself, I want, if even if I want to do something else than what my truth is, it's not possible anymore. I mean, it is possible, but it takes a hell lot of effort,
Yeah.
and it's gonna make me not be well. Yeah.
That's it, eh?
Yeah.
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 And sometimes we need these signs. Sometimes they have to come very strongly to say, hey, no, this is not your truth. You're not on your path.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. There's a bigger
And
picture.
yes, yes. Yeah, now I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things have to change. It cannot continue like this. And I think also, I mean, mm, my passion with the woman's work is
Yeah.
because I think the feminine aspect also for the planet Earth and for the whole universe, but mostly also to heal the planet Earth is to
Mhm.
heal the feminine, to bring back the feminine, the power, the intuition, the nature,
Mhm.
and yeah, it starts in ourselves.
It starts
Yeah,
in ourselves. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
To um, by tuning more into your own body, then you know more what Mother Earth needs. Is it, do you mean that? Or
Yeah, but also yes, and that's definitely part of it.
Mhm.
Spending if you're connecting to nature, that would be a very good way to also appreciate nature, and you treat nature differently.
Mhm.
But I mean also the if for example the depletion of the earth, of water on the planet Earth. So, it's taken away for something that brings money, that brings power.
Mhm.
And it's the same that I think the way you treat nature is also the way you treat women.
Mm, mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for this to change, we also have to bring up, I mean, that's why I'm so interested in women's work. Of course, it's not to be against men. I'm not at
Mhm.
all. I love men. I respect men. But
Yes.
just to bring this quality back
Yeah.
in, hey, we do have to bring the power back in
Yeah.
women. Yeah.
Yeah.
To, I mean, I would love for women to rule the world also for some time because men have ruled it for a long
Mm-hmm.
time. To save the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're all one. The way you treat a woman is also the way you treat nature.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Mm.
This is so nourishing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel being nourished
Oh.
and inspired
Mm.
by your wisdom, and also by, yeah, I so love that you write on on your website, life is too precious to say yes when you mean no.
Mm. Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It did come in the last years that I allow myself to do this. Yeah. And some people are shocked.
That's it. Yeah. I can relate to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And what ha- is helping you when you stay on your path, but people are shocked? What is helping you to stay true to yourself? Do you have a tip for that?
Yeah, it's kind of being able to be with the uncomfortability of people are annoyed. People look at me like, like something is wrong with me. People don't agree with me.
Hmm.
And I used to make sure that everybody agrees with me,
Yeah.
everybody loves me. But
Yeah.
to get away from that is really feeling how it feels when they don't. And
Yeah.
it's uncomfortable
Yeah.
and it sucks. And it's like, ugh. But then instead of running away from that and avoiding that, being with that,
Yeah.
being with the feeling of, oh, this is now uncomfortable. Okay, I breathe. Okay, where do I feel it in my body? Oh, it's actually okay. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't need to make sure that everybody's happy around me,
Hmm.
that I pretend a certain way, that I am a certain way. So everybody says yes and loves me. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we're always going for, to be loved and to be seen. Um, but yeah, I think it's still a process for me. It's not that I'm there,
Hmm.
but to learn with somebody, yeah, saying no, I don't agree with you,
Yeah.
and instead of me saying okay, then I change my mind again. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, okay, now you don't agree with me. Okay, how does that feel?
Yeah.
And it's actually okay. We
Yeah.
survived that feeling.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, so maybe that would
Yeah.
be a tip. It's something I constantly have to remind myself because I am very imprinted. I'm coming from Switzerland, and there's a certain way to behave, and you don't offend anybody, and you're quiet, and
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of that going on. I love Switzerland, but there's a lot of that going on that I have to undo, and I'm still undoing. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a journey.
It is. It is her
Mm,
journey.
it's her journey.
It's our journey
Yeah.
as women.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Mm. Thank
Yeah.
you so much also. Yes.